guys, it's Miss Thomas, and we are going to talk a little bit more about color today. This is video number 2. So we said last week that we would talk about color and how does color work. It's my very favorite element of art. And so yesterday I posted the first video about color. I read Henry Toulet's book, Mixed It Up, where we learned a little bit about color mixing. And today we're going to dive into that a little bit further. So this week, we're going to talk about primary colors and color mixing, and I'm going to teach you how to mix all the colors in the world from just a handful of colors. And then next week, I'm going to teach you about why those aren't really the primary colors, and they're actually just a little bit different. I know that sounds crazy, but I think you'll find it really interesting. So the primary colors are red, yellow, and blue. Red, yellow, and blue. You can see I have a blue sweater on today because I wanted to wear a primary color for you. So red, yellow, and blue. From red, yellow, and blue, we can mix all of the other colors. So when I was in college and we did our painting classes, we were only given paint that was red, yellow, blue, white, brown, and black. And that was it. We had to mix all the other colors. This is actually pretty cool because if you're learning to paint and you don't want to buy a whole bunch of colors and they get really expensive, you can actually just buy your primary colors and white, brown, and black, and you can mix all of the other colors, which I think is super cool. We always say that professional artists never use a color straight out of the tube, so it really is best to mix. So I'm going to show you a little bit today about red, yellow, and blue. So I have here jars of water, and what we're going to use today is just food coloring because it's just a little bit easier. And we are going to put some red food coloring in this first jar. Boop. There we go. And then we're going to put yellow food coloring in our second jar. Now don't be concerned, yellow food coloring always looks a bit orangish, but it really is yellow. It's just the way that it looks. And we're going to put blue food coloring in this last jar. Let's see, the blue looks nice and bright. I'm going to add a little more to the yellow to get it a little brighter. I'm going to add a little more to the red to get it to be a little brighter. And then we're going to swirl it around to mix it up. I need a spoon. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to look at what happens when we mix red, yellow, and blue. So first we'll mix red and yellow, then we'll mix blue and yellow, and last we'll mix red and blue. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of red in this jar, and then I'm going to put a little bit of yellow in this jar. And what did I get? I got an orangey color. Pretty cool, right? Now I'm going to put some blue in this jar. I'm going to add some yellow. Can you see that? What did I get? It's green. And lastly, we're going to mix red and blue and see what happens. Put some blue in this jar. Red in this jar. It's super, super dark, so it's hard to see, but this is purple. So we used red, yellow, and blue, and we could mix orange, green, and purple. Orange, green, and purple are called our secondary colors. Now they're a little hard to see on the jar, so I'm going to paint them right here with my finger so you can see it a little bit. There we go. There's the purple. And there's the green. Okay, can you see that? Let's tilt the camera down a little bit. See, here's our purple. Here's our green. And here's our orange. Pretty cool, right? So, usually at this point in the demonstration, I have one of my amazing students say to me, "But Miss Thomas, what happens when you mix all 3 of the colors?" So let's see what happens when we mix all 3 of the colors. So, I'm going to put a little bit of blue, a little bit of yellow, little bit red. Now we mixed all three of our colors, and what do we get? It's kind of a brownish color. Add a little more red. There we go. Yeah. See, it's kind of a brownish color. Can you see that? That's how you get your brown colors. Well, the world isn't just made up of one shade, is it? It's made up of lots of tints and lots of shades and all kinds of variations of color. So let's look at this for a minute. I think we can fit 4 in our screen. We know yellow and blue make green, but we kind of mixed half yellow and half blue to get the color of green we have. What happens if maybe we would put a lot of yellow in one, a little less yellow, and maybe only half yellow, and then just a smidge of yellow? Do you think that we're going to make different kinds of green? Do you think there might be like brighter greens and darker greens? So let's see. We'll put a couple of drops of blue in this one. I'm going to use my spoon. Miss Thomas is making a mess. And then we're going to fill this one almost up with blue. All right. So let's see what we have here. So this one is mostly blue. This one is about half blue and half yellow. This one is about 3/4 yellow and 1/4 blue. And this one is mostly yellow with a smidge of blue. So look at that. We have a yellowy green. We have a yellowy green. We're greenish yellow. And here we have a really nice grass green. And then here we have like a classic color of green that you would think of. And our last one, we have teal. Do you see that, my friends? Check that out. So we didn't just make one color of green, we made 1, 2, 3, 4 colors of green. And I'm going to tell you the trick about this. The trick about this is there are an unlimited amount of greens that you could make. And then when you start working with white and black, you can use white to lighten each of those colors, and you can use black to make each of those colors darker, just like we learned about yesterday in Henry Toulet's book. So, what did we learn today? We have 3 primary colors: red, yellow, and blue. And we have 3 secondary colors. They are purple, orange, and green. Those are the colors we get when we mix our primary colors. We also learned you don't just get one set of secondary colors. You can have all sorts of secondary colors, all sorts of shades of green. And so when we do our video tomorrow, we're going to work with paint, and I'm going to show you how we can actually mix all different kinds of skin tones with red, yellow, blue, white, and black. I think that you guys are going to find that really cool. So below this video, I'm going to post my very favorite Sesame Street video about primary colors. I love it so much. I even make my high school students watch it. So I want you guys to watch it, okay? Thank you again. Bye, friends.